Morning. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today I'll be filming this in sort of part videos, I reckon. So Mr. Tom Pemberton isn't the only one, if you watch him on YouTube, who is putting up a shed. Well, we're putting up part of a shed. So if you see me go in and out of the yard in previous videos, there is sort of a hole near the gate, near a shed, where we've started building it. So in between planting spring crops and then planting potatoes, we sort of knocked the old shed down, which was sort of Dad's old workshop. Well, Granddad's old workshop actually. So we knocked that down, and now there's just a big hole near the gate. So we are now planning on putting another bay on that shed, and to turn into sort of a workshop slash, you know, where we mend stuff really. I do apologise if the camera's waving about and you're getting a bit seasick. This is the most terrible road in the world. So I started making little wooden boxes. You'll see in a minute when we get to the yard, and you'll see whereabouts I'm on about. I started making wooden boxes to put in the holes, ready to put concrete up to, and then we've got to take a level. So there's a lot to do to get everything right. Bearing in mind, Dad bought the steel and he's actually welded all the angles and everything up himself. So there's a lot of levels to do. That's why I'm going to do it in part videos, because there is quite a bit going on. Who doesn't like a good air freshener? So there is the bit that I'm talking about. Ah, really? So Dad actually built this shed himself, and if you can tell, we like New Holland. So started making these boxes to stop the concrete in. Did that yesterday. I actually filled it with water overnight, which is great. Yes, great. So we're going to slot the concrete up to that level. We have to take a level off the posts in this shed with a laser level. So I've got to put some rubble down the sides, because these are going to fill it with concrete, and there's going to be a lot of pressure on these little boxes that I made. So I'm going to put some rubble down here and down this side as well. I suppose I better crack on really. He's going spraying. I don't know whether it's going to rain or not, but he's risking it. Let's crack on and do this one, then I'm going to get the cement mixer on. I'm just so popular with the ladies. Hey ladies. Right, so just put polythene in the bottom of these boxes, just so we're not putting cement on the soil that was in the bottom there, and the water, because it filled it with water. We're just going to check the levels with a laser lever, and then I should get mixing. we've got the mixer on. It's on the back of the 6050, purely because it's got some front weights on. So it's got the front weights on just to counterbalance the cement. I think it's going to be a bit too heavy for it, because we're meant to be moving it over, once we've got it mixed, over to the holes. But first, I've got to spray some diesel on the mud guards and the window in case the cement goes on that. It sort of splashes about a bit, and if you spray diesel on there, it comes off easy. Cement comes off easy. So we're just going to do that quickly now. I'm not going to show you that purely because it's quite a messy job. So we shall hopefully flick back to you when we get mixing. So you're probably wondering why we're shoveling the cement by hand, purely because the JCB bucket's too big. It just tips straight in there, straight in the mixer. So we do it by hand, so we're doing 50 shovelfuls to one bag of cement. Ideally we need a mini digger, one scoop of that, but can't afford one of them, so we'll just do it the old fashioned way. It don't look very good sky, does it? Yep. Well, not a little mixer. We're using a mixer on the back of the tractor. You know, we've only used it a handful of times, but we try to do things ourselves that is cost effective. And if we got a big cement lorry in, they would have charged us. So I'm just trying to do this. They would have charged us for a either part load or full load, which would have cost us a fair bit, and it's not worth just having a full lorry load just to do that and then waste it all elsewhere. So we bought that mixer, I think it was 4 years ago now. We've used it a handful of times, but it is just handy to have. One of them things, like we wouldn't do this floor with it. We'd get the big lorries in, but
you know, we just need a mini digger just to load it up with, really. Save shoveling, but yeah.
Right, so we're just checking the levels with a laser leveler.
Bang on.
How does this work then, Dad?
Well, that's sending the line across to here, set the depth in that close. As long as it's level, when it stops beeping, absolutely spot on level. For this one.
So we've set a level, like I've said before, from the concrete of this post.
That's fine. You can always put a thin plate under the shed. A little bit air there.
Right. Scrape a bit off there and all.
By the time that's floated, that'll be fine.
You shouldn't really be concreting in this weather. So, Great British weather. It started raining. What do you reckon? What do you reckon to our little mixer? You reckon you can mix a cake mix up in there? Look? Right, so now the rain's gone, I'll just show you around the mixer. So you run her at 540 PTO on the back of the tractor, and let's just undo this. Let's undo that. And we can show you. That comes undone like that. There's 5 paddles in there that swirl it round, and much better than them little mixers you see on the little building sites. And we've got one ourselves, but this just mixes far better. So Dad got this mixer from online somewhere. I think it is actually a Polish make, I think it's a Polish make. He got it online. What does it say? What does it say? He got it online, and let's put you down here. Basically, the reason why we had it is because there's a chute at the back there you've seen us pour concrete out of, but also if you're in a difficult position, you can put that chute on this side. So it's quite a handy tool. Every farm should have one, just to do a bit of concreting. So like I was saying, it started raining, so I put these wooden boards on the pads, because otherwise we didn't want to get too much water on it. Anyway, this is the first part of extending this shed. So hit the like, hit the subscribe, and yeah, watch us finish it. Thanks for watching.